Yes, the very iconic boss from Old School is released in RuneScape 3, which happened actually like a couple of weeks ago, but because I was playing the leagues, I didn't even notice that there was an update. So Vorkath is a very iconic boss in Old School. It's one of those farmable bosses. You know, you have Zelda, you have Vorkath, so it feels like there's a little bit of pressure to make it proper when it's released. And of course, before I started doing Vorkath, I wanted to see other people's opinions, so I went on Reddit and I saw what people were complaining about, and one quite valid one, I would say, is the collection log. So it has only 4 items. It has a pet, which is called Vorkath, exactly like it is on Old School. And then there is like a codex, which lends you a new ability, I assume. Regardless, I think the main drop is Vorkath Spike. And it's supposed to be common because I checked Wiki, and this is what it shows. You're using these spikes, so let's say to make boots, you need 9 Vorkath spikes. And that's the way you make tier 90 power armor, which is weird because you have Serenic since like the longest time ago. And I'm assuming there's something special about this armor, like the whole set, but yes, that's what the Vorkath spike is used for. The problem with this is that you don't get dopamine spikes. So let's say you're killing boss, there's nothing that can be dropped that will be valuable. Like, oh my god, I got it, you know, took me 1,000 kills. I guess maybe you could compare this to like actual Vorkath from Old School, where it does have unique drops, but they're so rare that you may as well not even have them. So this is Varrock, and if you go a little bit to northeast, this is where you're supposed to have that sawmill guy who makes planks for you, but it doesn't exist in this game. Instead, you have Fort Fornity. In the very beginning, if you haven't started even a single quest, the whole place is going to be ruins. There's just nothing there. And the whole idea is that you build your own fort. So you build the walls and you build the amenities, like you have a chapel where you can use it. It's kind of like a gilded altar. So if you go in your own Fort Fornity hall, there is the statue that you can inspect, and it will bring you the boss fight menu. This is where you can pick hard mode, story mode, but I'll just do the regular normal mode, and you click start. It will teleport you to the same fort, but it's instance. Once you go through the door, there's going to be these 3 symbols. There's a bronze, there's silver, and a gold one. Obviously, Vorkath has a bunch of mechanics, and there are ways to disable them, is by killing these undead giants near one of these. And you can do all 3 also. So if you kill all 3, then there is going to be way less mechanics to worry about. I think this is like if you find it a little bit, it's a little bit too difficult, you could just disable 1 mechanic. So I believe what this one does is during the whole fight, there's going to be no more minions spawning, like these tiny things, not ghosts. I believe there are ghosts also, but like these zombies and skeletons. Wait, I'm going to disrupt the place of power. And that's -1 mechanic for Vorkath. Normally, you can just go directly to this place, by the way. You don't have to like go through these 3. Well, obviously, but you still have to defeat this one, I believe. There's no other way to enter. So I thought they're gonna copy paste like at least some of the abilities from Old School, but I think they only did half of the ability, which is those acid pools, you know, when it shoots and then it starts shooting like rapidly those fireballs. So it does those acid pools, but there is no Wook's walk that I have to do. So overall, I would say the whole fight is easy once you get a hang of it, which happens in like 1 hour, and you will understand most of the mechanics. One thing that I noticed is that you cannot bring an offensive familiar with low HP. So I started taking Ripper Demon initially to Vorkath because I wanted to have like a lot of DPS, but that comes with downsides, like you cannot have a Pack Yak, which is full of food. There's this one ability that he does. He flies up in the sky at approximately half HP, or I guess it depends how much DPS you deal. So for me, it was half the HP most of the time, and he stays in the sky. And he's prepared. I'm not sure if you can avoid this or not, but I always like brute force it. So you take, I think it can deal like 10,000 damage. I don't think there is anything you can do to like avoid it. So what you have to do is use a bunch of defensive abilities. This is where that shield would come in handy. Remember the one that heals you instead of damages you? But if you have those zombies attacking you, then bro, it's not going to happen. There's like 5 of them attacking you, and you will definitely use it on the zombies. So you need something more reliable than this. So you can use something like Reflect. You know, this is a bunch of like defensive abilities. But I loved the Vitality Power Burst potion. It's basically a potion that you drink, and it doubles your HP. So I had 15,000 HP, it doubles to 30,000. It only lasts for 6 seconds. So once you drink it, you better hope you timed it correctly. You can also use things like, well, things like Magic Prayer, because it is a magic-based ability. And I'm not even sure, is that what magic protection it hits? 10,000? Jesus, that's like a lot. Regardless, it's easy to survive. I just tank it and that's it. And it does it like one time only. The one ability that I really hate is the one where he flies up in the sky just for like a little bit and you start doing those icicle things and it's just, oh my god, because then you have to dodge these and then you will get stunned at the end on like the final one. Even if you'd like dodge it, I think the guy, the Zemorigal, he stuns you. So you just dodge, stun. Oh my god, just died a couple times like this. But I guess once you get used to it, it's not that bad. You can also shoot a ballista that will attack every single enemy for 10,000 HP. So initially I used it and it hit the Vorkath. I was like, oh, okay, that's like plus 10k extra DPS from time to time. It has a cooldown of like 30 seconds. But it can also hit those pesky skeletons and zombies. You can, I think, like two-shot them. Basically, it's a nice AoE thing that you can cast from time to time. And there are like these ghosts that spawn sometimes, and it's called like healing ghost, so you probably want to kill it because it heals the Vorkath. But I honestly did not even notice them for like 10 kills. And I think I did just fine. Not sure if it heals a lot. Maybe it does, actually. So overall, after you've done like 5kc, the whole fight becomes fairly easy. And with my stats and my gear, I can brute force most of the mechanics, which doesn't sound to be, you know, something you should be doing, you should be learning. Wait, I totally forgot to mention this one thing, that initially I started using a Ripper Demon to kill it. And the reason why I stopped is because he kills the Ripper Demon. If he flies up in the sky and he stays in there, you know, that long stay, and he does that massive magic ability, well, as you can see, the whole ground gets hit by these spikes. So it kills your familiar also. Mainly because it has very low HP, only 12,000 or 10,000. But yeah, overall, I don't know, like compared to Reddit, I'd say I have a pretty okay opinion about Vorkath. It looked pretty fun. I could see definitely myself grinding it, but maybe that whole, just imagine if you're trying to grind like 100 bosses, unless I miss something. I don't think there is a way to skip the whole thing. So you start here, you walk from here, you walk to that place, you kill that guy. Every single kill, you have to do this. This is a pre-fight. There's no way to avoid it. So it's not just spamming Vorkath kills. After you defeat it, the loot doesn't drop on the floor. You actually have to wait until this guy starts running for like the north, runs for like 5 seconds maybe. You have to right click on him and claim the loot. After you defeat Vorkath, you can immediately teleport out if you wish to do so, and then you'll have to claim the loot from here. Vorkath drops only one item, and that is the Vorkath loot. Yes, so it's a very unique mechanics. You can stack the loots if you wish to do so. So it's very good for content creators. You could just stack like 100 or 1,000. Hey guys, we're gonna open, imagine guys, we're gonna open 1,000 Zalra kills today. That sounds weird, but kind of nice. So as far as I can tell, the loot is quite disappointing. That's what most people said. So this guy says 100 normal Vorkath kills equals 31 mil. I'm going to assume that it's going to be like a clue scroll interface. So it's going to pop something in the middle. It did actually. 827k Blackstone Heart. Undead Dragonhide. Wait, is that the Dragonhide for the armor? Or is it for something else? Because for armor you also needed Spike, but probably Dragonhide also. Maybe it's like, do you get it every single time? Because that's what you expect, right? You kill a, like Vorkath, you'll get blue dragon hides every time, I believe. Let's open another one. Nope, not this time. Oh, and what is in here? It's Frost Dragon Bones. That was another complaint. So Vorkath was released, and no new bones have been added to the drop table. There's no superior dragon bones like in old school. Nope, it's just Frost Dragon Bones, pure cash, and some cannonballs. Another one. 133k. Okay, oh, there's a blue dragon hide, but it's not a guaranteed drop. There's Catalytic Anima Stone. This is where you get double runes, but it consumes these. So it's enough to make 37 extra catalytic runes. There's more cannonballs, which I seem to get every single time almost. Yeah, I actually got it again. There's more Frost Dragon Bones. There's some Dragon Scale Dust. I guess if you think from an adamant perspective, maybe not too bad. Yeah, just like very, oh my god, there's some very basic stuff. Yeah, it's nothing that would be like, oh my god. The only thing was the Elder Wood Spirit. This is where when you chop Elder Wood, you will get double logs. So 3 only. So 1, 2, 3, and it disappears because it's consumable. So same with Banite Stone Spirit. This is for like mining, but you can get it from like so many other sources. Avento, Fellstalk, some alkaballs. Wait, you could still get those spikes. Yeah, that's what I should be aiming for. Those Vorkath. How the hell do you get so much undead dragonhide? What did you do with it? Oh, I got nothing from this. Like no dragonhide, no bones. It's just actual regular loot. But this is so kind of disappointing. Not kind of, but like, holy hell, bro. This is... got the second Elder thing, and that's it. I actually cannot do a price check because it shows the high alch value, so you shouldn't even be looking at this. This is obviously blue dragon hides are not 24 GP each, but wow, this is terrible. Because if I was playing the game and I got this loot, it's not good. Just how long the fights take, my god, it's 5 minutes at least. With the whole thing, 6 minutes. You could say you can do 9 KC an hour. I suck, of course, but also not like too bad. But yeah, it's not that many KC an hour. I'll try to do one hard mode though. Maybe it's like, wait, if you do hard mode, wouldn't you want to really disable these things? Like you would really not. Oh, well, that's interesting. So just double HP though. So you tell me, okay, if you do hard mode, you don't have to do all these things. Well, I guess get some skill. And if you can do hard mode, you'll do everything much quicker. But I mean, I checked the hard loot just to see maybe it's like different, but no, it's just like different quantities. So you get like more bloodweed and Avento seeds, and no, it's like, oh yeah, Elder Wood you definitely get. There's no 3, there's 8 to 12, but it's the same loot. There's nothing added to it. It's probably better chance to get the pet. Well, yeah, that's, I guess you should expect to get higher quantities also, since the boss's HP is doubled in the hard mode, so it takes double the time pretty much to kill it.